5 World War II heroes, 5 insane stories, and for some of them, there was no final goodbye. Just silence, fire, and a sky that never gave them back. Before we jump in, do me a quick favor, hit subscribe and drop your city in the comments. I'm dead serious. I want to see where everybody's watching from. All right, let's get into it. Glenn Miller. First up, Glenn Miller. Yeah, that Glenn Miller, the guy behind In the Mood and Moonlight Serenade, one of the biggest swing legends in American history. But when World War II hit, he didn't just stay home making records. He joined the U.S. Army Air Forces and used music to boost troop morale across Europe. That alone is pretty incredible. But here's where the story gets eerie. On December 15th, 1944, Major Glenn Miller boarded a small aircraft from England heading to France. Somewhere over the English Channel, the plane vanished. No distress call, no confirmed wreckage, no body ever recovered. Officially, he was later declared dead, but to this day, Glenn Miller's last flight still feels like one of the war's coldest mysteries. Straight up haunting stuff. Joseph P. Kennedy Jr. Next is Joseph P. Kennedy Jr., the older brother of John F. Kennedy, and the son everybody thought might one day become president. He came from power, money, and big expectations, but when war came, he became a naval aviator. After finishing 25 combat missions, he could have gone home. No joke. His tour was basically done. But instead, he volunteered for one more mission, Operation Aphrodite, an early and unbelievably dangerous attempt to use bombers like giant flying bombs. On August 12th, 1944, Kennedy and his co-pilot took off in a B-24 packed with more than 21,000 pounds of explosives. They armed the payload, radioed the code words "Spade Flush," and just minutes later, the aircraft exploded in midair over England. No remains were ever recovered. One flash in the sky, and everything changed, not just for his family, but for American political history, too. Wild, right? Edward Butch O'Hare. Then there's Butch O'Hare, one of the most famous fighter pilots of the war, and the man Chicago's O'Hare Airport is named after. This dude was already a legend after becoming the Navy's first fighter ace of World War II, but his final mission? Man, it still hits hard. On the night of November 26, 1943, O'Hare led the U.S. Navy's first ever nighttime fighter attack launched from an aircraft carrier. Think about that. Pitch black sky. Enemy torpedo bombers out there somewhere, and almost no margin for error. During the battle near the Gilbert Islands, O'Hare's Hellcat disappeared. A radio call went out for him. Nothing came back, no confirmed wreckage, no recovered body. He was just gone, a hero swallowed by the night. If you're into stories like this, hit subscribe right now and comment your city below. Real talk. I actually want to know where y'all are watching from. Robert H. McCard. Now, Robert H. McCard is a little different from the others because he wasn't a pilot. But trust me, his story belongs here. McCard was a U.S. Marine gunnery sergeant fighting on Saipan in June 1944. During the battle, his tank was knocked out by Japanese fire, and in that moment, he had every reason to save himself, but he didn't. He ordered his crew to escape first, then stayed behind to cover them. Even after being seriously wounded, he kept fighting, throwing grenades at enemy positions and holding the line under insane pressure. And when his grenades ran out, he literally ripped a machine gun from the tank and kept firing, killing 16 enemy soldiers before giving his own life so his crew could survive. That is straight up last stand heroism. No gimmicks, no Hollywood fluff, just pure courage under fire. George Preddy. And finally, George Preddy, the top P-51 Mustang ace of World War II for the United States. This guy was an absolute beast in the air, a hard-charging pilot with more than 26 credited victories and a reputation that was flat-out elite. But his ending? Brutal. On Christmas Day, 1944, over Belgium, Preddy was leading a patrol during the Battle of the Bulge. He had already shot down enemy aircraft and then dropped low while chasing another German fighter near Allied lines. That's when disaster hit. American anti-aircraft gunners opened fire on the German plane, but their rounds struck Preddy's Mustang instead. He released the canopy, but he never got out in time. After surviving the Luftwaffe, after becoming one of America's deadliest aces, George Preddy was killed by friendly fire. Man, war could be unbelievably cruel. Different men, different missions, different endings. But every one of these stories proves the same thing. World War II didn't just take lives, it left behind mysteries, unfinished goodbyes, and names people still remember decades later. If you want a part 2 with more missing or tragic World War II heroes, smash that subscribe button, like the video, and comment your city right now. I'll be checking. Catch you in the next one.